Okay, so my main goal has been to get this guy's standings up. Well, I should log him out and back in again and see what he's at. Just because that when you're remote, sometimes that's required to see what the true standings are.
Connecting.
All right. So it looks like everything updated. So I'm wanting to work primarily towards my Caldari state. And you know, I wonder if doing like the Caldari Epic Arc I don't know when I last did it. So here's Sisters of Eve. And looks like that one's available to do, which is one I just did with my other guy sharing with this guy. Here's Caldari State, finished 4 months ago. So I'd be able to do it again. It's 17 missions. The Amar one here, finished it 6 months ago. And Galante and Mimitar are not available to me. I don't know what my effective standings are. Tell me here if I look. So I'd need to be 5 here with Impetus. Wildfire. I need to be 5 with Brooder Tribe, which I can work on at a later time, getting those standings as secondary by my other guy doing stuff and feeding it to him. So that won't be a problem, I don't think. You're helping out a customer real quick. Not necessarily something I want to try doing right now. I think that with the glam boosters, if I can put the majority of my effort into the biggest impact I can make on him, then probably it'd be the Caldari Epic Arc, because I'd get at least one special during it, and plus finishing the arc itself. Both would give me a boost, so I'd get 2 standings boosts in Caldari. And then I just have my other guy just salvage or whatever, you know? So I don't know if I want to even salvage. The arcs usually pay pretty good for, you know, loot. The salvage is okay, but the loot's usually pretty good. So maybe I just loot and only salvage just in special cases. And that way I'm not spending as much time with it. Highlight your message, time to waste some points. Well, there you go. What type of ship am I going to use for the Caldari Epic Arc? It's a good question. Let's see what... Kinetic damage and kinetic and thermal resistances. Wow, a super blitz. Interesting. They're using an interceptor for a lot of stuff. See, that's another thing too. It's like, okay, so like the first thing that comes to mind for kinetic is like Kronos and you know, a nice Kronos for it. Apparently I don't know where my Kronos is. My other guy here. Probably in my bowhead. 9 jumps away. View contents. Yes, Kronos is in it. Now let's head out there real quick. I may pick up my Kronos and take it over to him. And for that matter, at the same time, let's get him back up to Jita. Okay, we're gonna run empty. Take that back up to Jita.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Right. Right, kosher ham.
Drive active.
So with doing the epic arc, maybe I want to take a bowhead, a Kronos, and a shuttle. Like that, so that use shuttle for flying the little stuff.
Warp drive active. Drive active.
Do I know if they're seeding the new Upwell books ahead of the release? I think no. I've not seen any indication of that, and nobody's going to be able to build the ships on the first day or anything. So you will be able to get the skill books on first day. And so I thought about that, about, you know, do I, you know, am I going to need to use, like, you know, extra skill points or whatnot
Warp drive active.
to get into those? And I think that the answer is that you just start skilling them right away first day, and then you know, by the time you get one of those ships, see if you need to skill anything more, because it's probably going to take a little bit to get one of those ships. We were watching a stream the other day and they were ganking other players and making ISK. Yeah, there is that. Does happen.
Warp drive active.
You got to be smart about how much value you have in your cargo. Caldari Epic Arc is 17 missions. It'd be nice to be able to just fly gate to gate with just a battleship, and then have
Warp drive active.
frigate, a fast frigate, in its frigate escape bay. That would save time. Trying to think of what kinetic delivering ship I could fly that's not a Marauder that would be effective. And that's the problem. I want something that's effective. So if I do it with like a Kronos, I don't necessarily want to run it gate to gate.
Warp drive active.
Tengu. Oh, this guy can't fly a Tengu. And Tengu, though, you only get, what, 680 DPS, something like that? Rattlesnake, Mercurial. God, I love flying Go Hamblitzer. That's the name of the Mercurial. That's really nice. But it's as expensive as the Kronos. Rattlesnakes. I have several rattlesnakes at Jita. You can look at those. See how expensive they are, but rattlesnake might be a good choice. Yeah, it might be good. I don't usually take rattlesnakes out missioning. I usually use them on event sites. But yes, I know they can be very good for missioning. For a torpedo golem, yeah, well, it's you know, and that would be fine too. But
active.
it's the value. See what I got in rattlesnakes. I got 6 or 7 of them built,
Warp
sitting in
drive
Jita.
active.
And then I could build a speed frigate. Sit in its frigate bay. Something that's just that warps really fast.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Prince Lou Dramel. That has high warp speed. We'll see here. I have this for. Was using that for flying around too. What is its warp speed though? Only 4.5. It's just really fast if you need to go into low sec. It's a good ship for going into low sec. And then this one right here, 2.2 billion. You know, I guess it's not too expensive. Thinking, you know, kind of 1.5 billion might be where I want to, you know, cap it at. So this is thermal and kinetic, which would be right for the stuff, and it has good, it has decent thermal and kinetic resistances. That's been a really good ship for a lot of stuff. A Leopard. Yeah, the problem with a Leopard though is that it's so expensive, and the Leopard Eradication Society is a thing. I sold all my Leopards because they're extremely expensive right now. There's been no Leopard drops in a while, and because of that, they've gone way up in price. I bought probably 50 Leopards at like around 90 million each, and I've been selling them off as the price has gone up, and they're up into the, I don't know, 260 to 300 range right now, and I just sold my last ones, so yeah, I'm just figuring that there'll be another drop of them. Maybe Mimitar Liberation Day. So, oh, they're 379 million now? Yeah, okay. I just knew that they were too expensive to use anymore. So I decided that I'd sell what I had left. So this combination of three ships here could be good. I got all but those two bombs. Are you serious? All but one.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Mayhem 7 just followed.
Mayhem, thank you for the follow. Welcome.
Warp drive active.
I'm an equal opportunity ass kicker.
Show signed just subscribed.
Shosundar,
Warp drive
88
active.
months, tier 2. That'll be a nice payout. About 12,320 gold to everybody here. Thanks, Shosundar. What ship is this? This is a bowhead. And I am transporting some ships up to Jita, getting ready to do Kaldari Epic Arc. It's a big ship.
Warp drive active.
Wish you could bring caps into HiSec. Has it been talked about at all recently? No. I don't think that'll really ever be a thing.
Warp drive active.
Riba has a capital in HiSec. And which is pretty unique. There's only a few of them that are. Space Pope has one as well.
Warp drive active.
Game does look a ton better than it did a couple years ago. Yeah, they keep improving it. What are the new ships talking about? They're new Upwell ships. First ships from Upwell. And they're all industrials. Three haulers, one freighter.
Warp drive active.
They'll improve the station models. I'm getting scanned. My freighter got scanned. That's fine. It's empty. So.
Warp drive active.
Yeah. So this guy just got scanned by this slasher here. That's what you heard. But I'm empty, so. Well, I mean, I got a shuttle in my cargo bay, and that's it. So I'm not worried about it. This guy, if I get scanned, I'll dock up for a bit. See what my EHP is on him. 719. I think this is the same gate my other guy just came through. So I'm probably going to get scanned. Guy's not here. Maybe I came through a different gate.
Warp drive active.
Although, the smaller right here, he's at 0. He's from James. Yeah, he's one of the gankers. One thing about the new freighter is that it has propulsion on it too. Now it can't get to warp in 1 cycle, but it can get to warp in 2 cycles. But another thing is that I saw on live stream CCP did, they said though that you might be able to roll an abyssal
Warp drive
propulsion that would be able to get it in 1 cycle. So that sounds interesting. Sounds like a challenge. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, these are all the ibises. I was like, okay, we got all these ships here while I'm landing. What's going on? So, improve the station models. I mean, they just did a bunch of work on that, so I don't... Will they improve it in the future? Sure. But they literally
active.
just did a whole bunch of work on station stuff last year. So it'll probably be a little while before they do any more in station interiors. Yeah, you can now see multiple ships simultaneously in your hangar and stuff. The player-owned structures look different than the NPC structures. You know, you may not have noticed, but they did do a whole bunch of work on the interiors. I ever think that the NPC structures will ever be as good looking as the player owned? I don't know. I mean, so they do continual passes on things, iterations, and they do them kind of in groups and everything. I'm sure eventually they'll get around to it when they look really crappy compared to everything else. You know, they completely redid the outside of Jita. But I don't know. I think that at least for myself, I can tell it's important to you, but at least for myself, I don't really care how much what the structures look like. It's nice that they have a look and they're not just a giant box you're landing in or something like that, but other than that, it's like I'm not sure it matters to me too much, and maybe that's why it doesn't get you know, as much attention, because for most people it doesn't matter. Man, I've been doing so much flying. It's getting a little tiring, and I still am gonna have to fly out. I don't know if my other guy has a bowhead sitting in Jita. He might have to go get his bowhead. I don't want to swap this bowhead to my other guy. I have all my mission runners. They have 2 bowheads, and they have one based in Amar, another one based in Jita, and it's so that we can work both ends. And I don't want to disrupt the flow of all that with my guy here giving his bowhead to somebody else. We'll find out, I guess. But I might have to go fly and get it. At least it'll be quick to fly and get it, but then it'll fly slowly on the way to get it back to wherever I need to go. How many level 4 mission runners do I have? 4. So I've got like 8 bowheads. Actually, I might have more than 8 bowheads, but my Markee Dragon character might have one sitting somewhere as well, and he's been primarily living in Nullsec. And Drew, yeah, my day was productive. Got some good standings today.
Drive active.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Will Savage just followed.
Savage, thank you for the follow. Welcome.
active.
Few more jumps. Very space truck? Yes, it is.
Warp drive
Looks like a Connex container with propulsion on the back of it and a little extra stuff on it.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
All right, he is almost into Jita. Do I fly jump freighters off stream? So I have a couple of jump freighters. I own multiple jump freighters. But I haven't honestly flown them since they made the Sino changes. I don't even have a Sino and Sino guy that can jump to right now. I'm gonna probably need to do that at some point, but probably be when I actually need to do something. Hey, you know, hat sitting up on top of the computer. I have a cover that slides over the power buttons, which are on the top of it, so I just covered it. Keep him from stepping on it.
Drive active.
It'd be great. She'd turn off the stream machine. Alright. Gonna insta-dock here.
Drive active.
Yeah, I haven't flown my jump freighter since they made those silo
Oh,
changes.
nice. Dragons love gold, treasure, and of course, dollar bills.
Showsinder
Dar.
just cheered 500 bits.
Thank you, buddy. Much appreciated. Not needed, but much appreciated. And 5,000 gold to everybody in Shosundar's honor. So I think that starting the Epic Arc is not going to happen today.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
And this guy still has 2 jumps.
Drive active.
He'll be in. This guy here got plenty of good loot here. I think it's all loot. I'm looking. Yep, it's all loot. What ships have I got here? Well, let's see here. Let's unload my other ships here. There's really not too much here. I'm seeing one ship here I haven't used in a long time. I haven't used this in a long time. My other guy is going to be the one that has the rattlesnakes to look at. Alright, we can do an insta-dock with this guy too. I just do it as a matter of practice these days, just because, you know, it's just good to get into the habit, whether you are empty or full. Speed skills. Did I say anything? The ISK from level 4 hauling missions. That's not been a topic today at all. I have done content on hauling missions before, and they can be good to be done when you have glam boosters. You can build a DST that'll haul most of all the missions, and that you can autopilot, so you don't have to pay a lot of attention to it. Alright, coming up to Jita here. Any kinetic and thermal resistances, and then kinetic is primary damage on the Caldari Epic Arc. So we'll look and see what rattlesnakes we got. I think that I have several in station in here.
Docking permission requested.
But I don't know if my
Docking
bowhead's
request
in
accepted.
here. I suspect it's not here. All right. So, do I have a bowhead here? I do. He's right there. Okay. Does he have any ships in him? Is not. Okay. Take a look at these. Oh no, this one is okay. So this one will not be good for mission running. It has no propulsion. This is a monster tank regen fit. And what I mean by that is that you can pummel this thing all day and its tank will passive regen even if it's completely neutered out. It'll passive regen faster than what any rats can hit it, which means it has a little less DPS as well. And it gives up propulsion. So it's really good for stuff where you have to sit and fire at a lot of stuff and take a lot of punishment. So that one won't be good. Gonna be done in a non-freighter hauler. No, you have to have a hauler. Do level 4 hauler missions. Yeah. Yeah, you could use a blockade runner and cargo expand it out. It'd be a little bit risky potentially, but you could do that. All right, so this one is also no propulsion. It has more DPS, less shield regen, but again, no propulsion. We're gonna need propulsion. This one has propulsion. Why are these offline? All right, so this fit is not is this the wrong type? What's going on here? Rapid heavy. What are these? Are these crews or something? No, they're heavies. Why can't I load it? Is my game about to crash? That's usually a sign my client's about to crash. Because why else can I not load it? Qatari Navy Inferno Heavy Missile. Yeah, right there. Why can't I load it? That is so strange. Now it's loaded. All right. So this one wouldn't be able to handle getting neuted very much. It has 1777 DPS. Its kinetic and thermal resistances are not the greatest. Here, let me turn this on. Oh yeah, they're pretty good here now. So what do we got? We got two those. Oh, it's 2.9 billion though for this ship. See? Heavy missiles, flying 47. Okay, I lost connection on my other one. I think there's something going on with my communication with the game. Is Rattlesnake worth over a Golem for level 4 security missions? It depends on what you mean. Like, I'm totally looking at how much in ISK value I'm flying around. That is my concern. I don't like that it's 2.9 billion. Going gate to gate with that, I'm a target. That's what I'm concerned about. And so if I'm gonna put it in a bowhead, then I may as well take the Kronos that has just as much DPS as this and doesn't need drones for it. So that's one of the things that I'm thinking. That's part of what's going through my mind with this, at least. It depends on the application that you're wanting to do. I don't go through gates with something this expensive. I can tell you I've been blown up more than a dozen times with ships that are like 2.5 billion or more, and where they're just waiting on the gate on the other side for me. It's happened a lot, and you know, it probably happens to me more because I'm streaming, but it's happened a lot. So I'm cautious about that, and that's why I use the bowhead to move it from system to system. But it's slower. It takes more time. So there's always a trade-off, right? No, I don't think that okay. So the Golem might be better than the Rattlesnake or whatever. You can probably get more DPS and stuff, and you can probably get greater distance. But I really think that the Kronos is better than the Golem. Instant fire. You don't have the flight time of the missiles, and so you can kite really far, and you hit them nearly instantly. Instant is a Mars stuff, nearly instant is projectile, and then if you're willing to wait for missiles to get there, what happens is that your final volley sometimes are already dead, and so you're wasting a whole cycle of your firing there, and so that's why it's typically not the way I do it. All right, this has propulsion as well. Wow, this only has... See, this has got monster shield regen and stuff. This one does. It's cheap, it's 1.7 billion, but it only has 854 DPS. That's not going to cut it. Yeah, a Rail Kronos beats a Golem. I think hands down. It also depends on what kind of damage type you need. See, a Golem can do all 4 damage types, and so with the Kronos, if you needed explosive or whatever it's not good at, well then obviously something else is gonna be a better choice. This one, is this a PvP fit? No, it's got the rep here. It only lasts a minute. Its tank only lasts a minute, and so you have this for trouble, for if you get in trouble. It's 1.5 billion. It's actually a lot better priced. We could change its profile to be kinetic and thermal primarily. And how far will these fly? 47. So you're right up there in it. And what kind of drones does it have? Yeah. I don't know. It's not bad. But I think the Kronos is going to be better. You like the Alpha Strike from the Vargar? Only the Alpha Strike from the Vargar is only good if you are sniping someone. So the only mission that I would use that on is Dread Pirate Scarlet, an Alpha Vargar, because it takes so long for the cycle time. I mean, you're shooting once and then you're waiting, what, 25 seconds until you shoot again? Something like that. So you're getting just over 2 shots per minute. And so, you know, it's not effective at all, especially if you're shooting frigates and stuff like that when you're doing missioning. So you can snipe Scarlet with your Kronos in the second pocket. Yeah, I have a Markee that is the Dread Pirate Scarlet ship, that when that comes up, I just use that and I get her right off the bat every time. So all right. I think if you're watching on YouTube, wait for the next episode.